Yeah, what up? Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing, one, two. Testing, testing, one, two. Check it out. This is Mr. Royce of Royce Media coming at you guys with another live stream. How y'all doing tonight? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know something, man. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. Back to the babble. What up? Yeah, man. We're gonna do a little babbling tonight. I'll probably be on for about an hour and a half, maybe. I don't run my mouth. Want to ask some more questions about the Democratic, the undemocratically nominated presidential candidate, VP Kamala Harris. Yeah, and it goes on and it don't quit. Don't stop it. Don't quit. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks like everything is running well. I'm happy about that. So it's there's a bit going on in the news today. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna answer questions from the chat, and I'm gonna do what I do, which is babble, running my mouth. Yeah. So today is Hump Day. 2 more days, and the weekend is here again. For those of you all who have to work, hey, I'm not mad at you. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, but you don't gotta be laid up under fat Big Shirley. I know some of y'all doing that, man. Y'all gotta stop that bad behavior. Know what y'all do. Yeah. I'm gonna call Kamala Kaepernick. That'll probably be my next thumbnail. What y'all think about that thumbnail I put up? Y'all like that thumbnail? I think I'll be coming up with some good ideas for thumbnails, man. I don't know about y'all. I think my thumbnails are sweet. Yeah. No Diddy. Yeah, do me a favor. As you guys come into the live stream, hit that like button for me. Or hit the dislike button, man. I don't care. Hit one of them buttons, man. I'll just be over here, man, just soaking up my content and not leaving a like, man. You know. For those of you all who really feel moved to support, my Cash App is at the bottom of the left hand side of the screen. And my Cash App is scrolling across the screen as well. So y'all know what time it is. I appreciate all the support. Yeah. The more you guys support, the more I'll jump on here, man. That's just how it works, you know. Yeah. So what's up, man? What's up? You know, those sanctuary cities are still dealing with the migrant crisis. You know, they still got, who would thought the day would come that street hoods would be complaining about getting robbed by the migrants? That's wild, man. That I never thought I would see today. But thanks to this current administration, that day is here. You got street thugs getting robbed by migrant thugs. Man, that's wild. That is wild. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, I heard Trump went on he went on a podcast. Man, what is that guy name? One of these pretty popular guys around here has like I guess 1,000,002 followers. Trump went on his podcast and chopped it up with the content creator. Salute to him. I can't think of Aiden Quinn, I guess. I guess that's his name, Aiden Quinn. Salute to Aiden Quinn for being able to get Trump on his podcast, man. I wish I had it like that, man. Maybe someday I'll get in that position where I could have a character like Trump on my podcast. Oh my God, man, dude, that would be sweet. No Diddy. Yeah. You know what? I'm getting so tired of saying no Diddy and pause and you know all the other stuff, man. I'm getting tired of it. Yeah. So anyway, what y'all got going on, man? What y'all got going on? Nothing. Same old, same old. Well, as long as you 10 toes down, that's good. That's good. So before we get into the main topic, man, let's talk about this whole. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, man. And this whole thing with the rating system, as far as women. You know, a lot of guys be out here, rating women, and that's cool. That's um, I mean, do what you do. This really got popular thanks to Kevin Samuels when he was alive and he was doing his show. The rating, the whole rating dynamic got real popular with the average at best girl, and you had women calling into the show to be rated. You know, and it's funny because you know all women think that they're well, I'm not gonna say all, but most women think that they're 10 in their mind. And hey, I mean, think of it, that's their right. I'm not knocking that. I mean, you should think highly of yourself. You should have high self-esteem. I'm cool with that. I get it. You know. The problem is when they try to impose that on other people, and then, you know, people play along with that when you got a four run around thinking she's a 10, you know. And that's one thing. It's an entire different dynamic when you have a guy calling a six or a seven a 10, you know. And that's usually his girlfriend, and that's usually because he's enamored with her, which, hey, okay, that's cool. I've got no problem with that. But then, these guys would be running around telling people, oh, my girl's a 10. No, dude. I used to work with a cat that did that. Young Italian cat. He had a girlfriend and she was cute. And he was like, yeah, man, my girl, man, she's straight up 10. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, man. You don't think she's a 10? I was like, no. He was like, why would you say my girl is a 10? I was like, dude, first of all, what do your girl do for a living? He said, she's a school teacher. I said, okay. All right. Did you take her to the Christmas party? Because we have a Christmas party in my job. He was like, yeah, I took her to the Christmas party. I was like, dude, understand this. If me and your girl can work the same job, she is not a 10. If me and her can work the exact same job, she is not a 10. And secondly, if you bring her around to places where people like me show up, your girl ain't a 10. Oh, he was mad. He's, why would you say that? I said, first of all, dude, do you come from money? Do you come from people with serious money? Do your parents have serious money? No. I said, understand this. Tens, first of all, real tens, you don't see them because real tens are not going to be in the proximity of broke ass dudes like you unless they absolutely have to. They got to be like you a restaurant waiter, you work in public safety, and you happen to come across her for some type of service, which that's what the case was with us. We worked in public safety, you know. And I explained to him. I said, real tens, they're not going to be around you. They're not going to be around me. Real tens don't have to work for a living. A legit 10, she's not her beauty. She gets paid for her beauty. That's a real 10. You know, arguably, what's that? Paris Hilton. That's an example of a 10. You know, um, uh, Nicole Murphy when she was young, that's a 10. You know, Oh, Kaylee, the third grade school teacher, I bet you ain't a 10. Straight up. Like I said, if me and her could work the same job, she ain't a 10. If she got to work, she ain't a 10. You know, a lot of times she ain't really a 7. And this thing is, you got a lot of sixes, and some sevens walking around here. And a 6 is not an unattractive woman. A 6 is a pretty woman. You know, especially you get her dolled up and stuff, put some nice clothes on to take her out. A 10, a 6, you can present around your friends and you'll be okay. You know, that people be like, oh man, so and so, you know, he's got a cute girlfriend. She's nice and everything. That is a 6. You know, if she worked in corporate and stuff, and you know, she got a nice tight body and stuff. That you know, it's a 7. When you start talking 8, 9s, and 10s, that is, you know, those women are super rare. First of all, with 10s being the rarest, and they're not just going to be in places where regular people are going to be. That's just straight up, you know. So yeah, he was mad at me, you know, looking at me with the you know, them angry eyes, you know, them, I don't like this motherfucker. He was looking at me with it, but he had to be told the truth, you know. And the thing is guys like that who, you know, they blow these women heads up, and then these women, you know, these 6s have unrealistic reputations, and turn out to be some of the meanest women you could come across, you know. Real 10s are nice. Real 10s are nice. They're courteous, at least. You know, most real 10s are courteous. They're not really nasty people, you know, especially to the people that have to serve them. You know, they know how to conduct themselves in public. A 6, you know, a 6 is insecure. So, you know, she might be nasty, you know, she might be you know, more prone to her emotions because she's insecure. Uh, Straight up. Straight up. You know. You know, this is not the topic, but moving on to a topic related to the topic. I am of the position that Willie Brown, the guy that Kamala had her, you know, that pretty much groomed her for her early political career, and her you know, her lover. This dude is Ray J of politics, as far as I'm concerned. What he did for her is what Ray J did for the Kardashians. You know, he basically he put him in the national purview. You know, Ray J put Kim Kardashian in the national purview, and really Willie Brown, man, he pretty much gave the world what would become Kamala Harris, uh, Kamala, whatever you want to call her. But yeah, he's the Ray J of politics. And speaking of that, let me ask you guys this out there: when's the last time you seen a woman, um, a powerful woman, put a guy in position like that, like Willie Brown did to Kamala Harris? I've never seen it. I don't know about y'all. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but I've seen guys do it quite a bit for women, and that, you know, that just goes to show the benevolence, even if it may be sexist, you know, chauvinistic. It's still there's still benevolence there that men have that you really don't see out of women. And I'm not saying that you'll never see it, but you definitely won't see it with women putting guys on like that. You know, you can barely nowadays. You can barely get a chick to help you get a job. You know, help you get a decent job. You know, I haven't even really seen that, especially as of late. You know, I've seen back in the day. You know, some chick was working at a factory or something. She got a boyfriend in there. You know, but real positions of power. I've never seen women do that. I've seen guys do it. It happened at my job several times when I was working. Before I seen a chick go from a police officer one to a lieutenant because she was, who she was involved with, who 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 she was the side piece for. I've seen that. I've seen I've seen that several times, you know. I've never seen women do it for men though. I haven't even seen women put their husbands in position. I haven't seen it. And that, again, that's not to say that it doesn't happen. I just haven't seen it. If you all have seen it, do me a favor, mention it in the chat because I've never seen it. Prove me wrong, please. I've never seen it. I don't think women are that benevolent, you know. I've seen them put other women in positions, like from their sororities or relatives, female relatives. Maybe I've seen women put their sons in position, but not in powerful positions. Not in positions of power and influence. I really haven't seen that. It's like pretty much if you're a man, you got to get it out of the mud. You got to get it through your networks outside of who you slide the meat to, straight up. You know, seen that mess in the military too, and it ain't supposed to happen there. You mess around, and go to prison for that. But I seen it happen several times. Like I said, I've seen it happen to women a lot. I can't think of I can't think of a case. Excuse me. I can't think of a case where it ever happened for guys. So that's something to think about, man. But like I said, man, Willie Brown is the Ray J of politics. You know. Yeah. So what else? Hey, check this out, man. Moving on to another topic. I was listening to, I guess it was Lapeef. It was either Lapeef or it was the Anton Daniels show. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Um, and he had a guy on there that was a 50-year-old virgin. Not only was he a 50-year-old virgin, which is crazy in itself, in New York City, of all places, a 50-year-old virgin from New York City was out there in the city, in the mix, and was a 50-year-old virgin. I personally think that the guy might have been lying, but then again, stranger things have happened. But this guy, he allegedly was a 50-year-old virgin, and he was pretty much what the women would call lame. I mean, even guys would call him lame. And the funny thing about it was, I guess on this guy's Instagram or one of his social media pages, he had he had some pretty left wing stuff. He had the El Gibbous flag on there. So when I heard this, first thing I thought was, oh, this dude, you know, he ain't found the right guy. He looking, he looking for a strong, sensitive man. you know, uh, I'm like, if you trying to meet women, man, the last thing you want to put on a something to advertise yourself, such as a social media page. You putting support for the L Gibbets and you're a virgin. You're gonna give women the wrong impression. They're gonna think you're looking for a strong, sensitive man. It is what it is, man. That, and so the other people that was on the panel, because this was a panel show, they were trying to give him pointers, and Anton was like, pretty much like, I got a girl for you. Next time we in New York, I got you, big dog. Don't even worry about it. We gonna get you right. And I get it wanting to help people, but I think at the age of 50, a guy like that may be beyond outside help. Whatever whatever the issue was something that he was going to have to rectify on his own. You know, he claimed he according to him, he said he was an awkward, socially awkward guy. So that's something he's definitely got to overcome. And he said he was also saying that when women find out that he was a virgin, they tend to lose interest. I'm gonna tell you something about women. Listen up, this is some game. Women are attracted to men that other women are attracted to. And women like men who know what they're doing in bed. I mean, there are some women that, they would like to deflower a man, but that's usually a young man. That's usually a guy in his late teens or early 20s. A 50-year-old guy, I don't think women that of a comparative age would want to be bothered. That, from what I know, they they're at that age to where a lot of them are getting close to menopause, and allegedly their sex drives are have increased because it's uh, far less likely that they would get pregnant, and a lot of their hormone issues are different and stuff. They tend to want a man that kind of knows what he's doing in the sack, and 50-year-old virgin, he don't know what he's doing. Straight up, straight up and down. You know, women of that age, they don't want to be teachers. These are women that are already jaded and have already experienced a lot of things, so they're looking for new experiences. They are of the mindset of, what can you do for me? Being a 50-year-old virgin, I don't think much. Straight up. So I think whatever issues he's got going on, you know, they're issues he can only fix, and there are definitely issues that are self-imposed, because in this day and age where a woman would have sex with you quicker than she would loan you money. Any man that wanted, if he just wanted sex, it's not hard to get. It's really not hard to get. You can get sex quicker than you can get a commitment nowadays. Straight up. These women run their mouths, and out of one side of their face, they talk all of this, commitment and romance and all of this other stuff dealing with relationships. But then on the other side of their mouth, they using that to, suck some dude off at a nightclub parking lot. Yes, I've seen it happen quite a few times. You know, it is true that the majority of men have fewer sex partners than women in this country, and it's more men tend to be virgins longer than women, but being a virgin by the age of 50, yeah, there's something different going on. What do you all think? What do y'all think? Do me a favor, as you come in, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for me. Help me out. Hit that like button, man. Help your boy. You know, give me some encouragement to keep doing this. So let's talk about Kamala. Not gonna talk about the main topic yet, but let's talk about her. What do y'all think about her um running mate, her choice of running mate that they're saying is this Waltz guy out of Minnesota? What do y'all think about that? Birds of a feather flock together, and there are two both trash can candidates. Look at Minnesota. Minnesota is a hot mess. Minnesota is a hot mess as far as I'm concerned. Minnesota used to be a beautiful state 12 years ago. Last time I was in Minnesota, 2013, absolutely beautiful state, man. That was the state where the first time I seen black bears up close and learned that black bears are not afraid of people. Black bears are not as big as brown bears, and black bears, well, black bears everywhere else. Florida got a different kind of black bear going on. Florida black bears is literally its own bear. But what I learned about black bears in Minnesota was that they're not afraid of people. You know, black bears are like raccoons. you know, and then black bears will run up on you if they think you got food, man. Well, anyway, Minnesota and this and the current Minnesota is pretty much a dumpster fire, especially when you talk to metropolitan areas like around Minneapolis, stuff like that. It's a dumpster fire, man. That's where during the summer of love, police stations in Minneapolis and stuff got taken over by the protesters, and you've had a few high profile cases come out of there, like the the George Floyd Chauvin case. I believe Philando Castile happened in Minnesota. There was another one, Dante Taylor, something like that, where he got shot by the house mouse, um, desk officer, police officer who they put out there on the street because they were short, and she got out there and mistaked her firearm for a taser. There's a lot going on in Minnesota. One of the members, Ilhan Omar, is, she's a senator from Minnesota, and y'all see the crazy stuff she says. So it's a whole dumpster fire, man. This is who Kamala Harris chose. The governor is who she chose as her running mate. They're trying to turn the whole country into Minnesota or Oregon, Minneapolis or Oregon. What up, Cortez? How you doing, man? Nice of you to join. Cortez is one of my A1 day ones, man. I appreciate you being here. We're talking about Vice President Harris's and presidential nominee for the Democrats, her choice of running mate, which is Michael Waltz, I believe his name is. Uh, I know Cortez, you down south like me, but I don't know if you watch news. What do you think of that? What do you think of her choice, Cortez? I think it's another recipe for disaster. They're really trying to turn the whole country into Portland, and from all accounts, this governor is um, far left as well. He's to the left of Harris, as if we need more leftist politics. I was like, ugh. Now, it's no secret. I'm not a fan of JD Vance, who's Trump running mate. But man, I'll take JD Vance over this Michael Waltz guy any day. Cortez Smith says he don't know much about it. MJ, how you doing, MJ? Glad you can join. I appreciate you being here, bro. MJ says, did you see the Harley Davidson supporting the LGBT camber? Camber? I don't know what that is, man. L Gibbets camber? I don't know. What's a camber? Do me a favor, fill me in, MJ. Yeah, I don't know what that is. If Harley Davidson out here playing with the flip chickens, man. We I'm gonna have to boycott Harley Davidson, man. Oh, chamber, the L Gibbets chamber. Uh like the do you mean as far as the LGBT lobby? Um, because I'm still kind of lost as far as what the chamber is. Do me a favor, explain, break down what the chamber is, and break it down to me like I was 9 years old because I am not a Rhodes Scholar, not at all. But I love Harley Davidson, man. As you all, if you've been on seen my shows before, most of the hats and shirts I wear are Harley Davidson. Um, I got a Harley Davidson motorcycle, an avid motorcycle rider and stuff. In fact, Harley Davidson was the second bike I bought. As an adult. I couldn't wait to go out and get that big ultra classic. That's what I ride. Oh, the LGBT Chamber of Commerce. Man, Harley Davidson. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around. I had to boycott Harley Davidson, man. Yeah, I gotta look that up, man. That if they did that, that's wild, man. I'm gonna have to cancel Harley Davidson, man. you know, yeah, I'm yeah, yeah, you know. People do, man. These corporations do anything for a dollar, man. The real sellouts, the real sellouts. Now, I'm a big whiskey drinker. Well, I'm a whiskey drinker, not a big one these days. I don't drink much, but I am a whiskey drinker. If I see Royal Crown or Jack Daniels going that route, it's gonna be a cold day in hell. It's gonna be a cold day in hell. I wonder what I wonder what drove Harley Davidson to that decision, man. Because that definitely is outside of the purview of Harley Davidson. I, and I've been to a lot of Harley Davidson events, and I'm gonna tell you something. You don't see the L Gibbets. I don't see the L Gibbets riding motorcycles all like that. I don't. I don't. I don't see him riding motorcycles. I'm here in Florida, man. And I've been all over Florida. And I don't see him out there with I don't see the L Gibbets out there riding motorcycles. And that's not to say that they don't. Just I haven't seen it. When I was living in Illinois, I didn't see that either. This is not something they do. I see them all riding around on little yellow Vespas, and bicycles with no seats, and driving Priuses. I haven't even seen them on Hondas and Kawasaki's and Suzuki's and stuff. I I can't say that I've seen it. For Harley Davis to pull this one, somebody need to be fired. Somebody need to lose a job. Cortez Smith says that it seems like there are some higher groups that's forcing corporations to do these things. Yeah, actually, there is a group that gives that does like the social credit score rate rankings. Let me look this group up and see who it is because they're behind a lot of this stuff, and ultimately this corporation is controlled by George Soros. Let me look that up. It's a company called ESG. ESG. E Echo S Sam G George. ESG. and they push a lot of that, woke, so-called socially conscious BS on companies, and they give a ranking, and these companies, um, I guess they play ball with them, man. I don't know how is it that this company has so much sway over these other corporations, but these are the people that they give these social credit scores, and one of the big things is support for the L Gibbets, so uh, it's likely that that has something to do with it, that company has something to do with it. And it's a sad state of affairs, man, because like I said, you don't see I don't see the L Gibbons riding around on motorcycles. You know who I see riding around on motorcycles? I see guys that are most likely to support Trump. you know, it's guys that are most likely to support Trump, middle class, working class, white dudes, stuff like that. Now I do know a lot of black guys that ride Harleys and stuff, and a lot of them might be Kamala Harris supporters, but even with a lot of them dudes are Trump supporters too, man. From what I know. Now I'm not an authority on the issue, but from what I've seen, and it's entirely anecdotal, but they tend to be Trump supporters, you know. So that's insane if that's the case, and it's sad. It's disappointing, but ultimately in this day and age, I can't say I'm surprised anymore, man. You know, Cortez Smith says exactly, LOL. Most bikers are likely Trump supporters. That's what I see from all of the rallies and all of the bike weeks and stuff I've been to. All of the bike, motorcycle bars and different stuff like that. These guys, they tend to be Trump supporters, man. I don't see I don't see no, you know, uh, 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 disco dancers out there, riding Harleys like that, man. In fact, like I said, most of them be riding like little Vespa scooters and, junk like that. Them Can-Ams and, I don't see them riding Can-Ams like that, Them Can-Ams and them Spiders and stuff. I don't see them riding stuff like that. I see them riding them little scooters at the most. So, MJ, man, eh, 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 if you got a link to that, MJ, do me a favor, put that in the chat, man. Put it in the chat so we can take a look at that, man. Because that's wild, man. It's disappointing. I tell you that much. What happened to just staying out of stuff? You don't see Louis Vuitton out there, announcing its support for the LGBT. They just be like, listen, we got these expensive bags. We know your girl like buy this bag. You know, man, I tell you, learn something new and disappointing every day. Yeah, man. So I got a question. Something I've been wondering about Kamala Harris. I've seen some videos of her talking to audiences uh, using, a southern accent. Now, she was born in California, in Oakland, I believe, raised there for a little while. Then she moved to Canada, lived in Canada for a little while. When she came back to the States, they came back to Oakland. Okay. She went to an HBCU in Washington, D.C. Then she worked in Washington, D.C. Where the fuck this woman get a southern accent from? Why the fuck is she talking like she from Birmingham, Alabama? Cortez Smith, help me out. Help me understand that, man. Why is she talking like she from your neck of the woods? Literally. I've never seen her talk with a Cali accent because thanks to rap, we all know that Cali has has a couple of different accents that pop out of Cali. I would say at least three. There's three different accents to come out of California. You know, um, in DC they tend to talk a certain way. You know, um, Canadians have an accent that we all make fun of. You know, so where she get this southern accent from, man? Washing greens in the bathtub, washing collard greens in the bathtub. That's another one, man. If you are allegedly of Jamaican descent, that's where her quote unquote black ancestry is from. Why are you cooking? First of all, why are you cooking collard greens and not callaloo? I'm a Caribbean boy, man. I'm a Caribbean boy, Caribbean and Central American descent. I ain't never seen people from Caribbean countries make collard greens like that. That is an FBA thing. But she's allegedly part Jamaican. And who washes greens in a bathtub? That's where you wash butt cracks, coochies, and dirty socks if you broke. Who washes food in a bathtub? Who does that? See, this is her playing in people's face, man. And I talked about this the other night when I hopped on and did live stream. Who why why are FBAs letting this woman play in their face? See, FBAs, this is y'all fault. At the end of the day, y'all talk all that FBA and stuff and be running around here talking tether slander, only to vote for a tether with a fake accent, who you know, who's Indian most of her career. She was come on, man. Cortez Smith in the chat going off, man. Cortez says, Kamala using a southern black accent is so cringe. Yeah, it is. It is, man. And I think I'm the first content creator to really bring that up and to put that together. That if this woman is, she grew up, if she was born in Oakland, grew up in Oakland, lived in Canada, came back to Oakland, went to school at Howard, where did she get this, Kentucky Fried Chicken ass accent from? She on that bullshit, man. Cortez Smith says, I never heard of washing food in the tub. Me neither, man. You know what? The only time I've seen anybody prep something that would become food in a bathtub, and that's my father-in-law would he would dress deer in the bathtub. And that was cringe. But he country as hell, man. He was country as hell. He was white boy country, man. He would dress deer in the bathtub. He would skin them, gut them and stuff, in the bathtub. He's the only person I ever seen do that. I've never seen anybody uh, prepare any other kind of food. She might as well, just go back to her Indian roots and been washing them greens with her feet in the tub. She probably did that, man. She probably put her feet in the tub. She probably put her feet in the tub, man. Stuff them greens. I mean, yeah, like let alone collard greens, not callaloo. If you black Caribbean, you Jamaican. Jamaican's known for callaloo, ackee and saltfish, jerk chicken. Um, greens. There's nothing southern about this woman's upbringing. Cortez Smith says, I never understood why we eat collard greens at all. I don't see a nutritional benefit. I don't even know anything about the nutritional benefit. I know they taste good. On my FBA side, man, them women are from Alabama and I think to a lesser extent Mississippi. They make greens, and I've never seen them make greens in the bath, but I've never seen them prepare greens before they were put in the pot. And collard greens be good, man. As far as the nutritional value, is any is most of the food of um southern cuisine, is most of it of medium or high nutritional value? No. Fried chicken, cornbread, black eyed peas, maybe black eyed peas. Most of the other stuff they cook, it ain't gonna do them but give you a heart attack. Hog maws, chitlins, pig feet. Hey, FBAs, this is on y'all. She's doing this stuff catered to you all. She ain't gonna give you reparations, but she gonna wash greens in the tub. That's FBA nonsense. Y'all can't blame that on Caribbean people, man. You can't blame it on Africans. You can't blame it on Afro Latinos. That's an FBA problem. Where you at, Tariq? Where you at, Tariq, man? Get your girl. Get your girl. Man, I've never seen that, man. Old girl Rachel Dolezal, who is the black cosplayer prime, has never done that. She be braiding hair. And I never heard of her washing greens in the tub. Who washes greens in the tub? If you all in the audience know anybody that washes greens in the tub, I don't care if they're collard greens, mustards, turnip greens, whatever. Can you please let me know? Because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Cortez Smith says most soul food is nutritionally terrible, even the vegetables. This is because it's loaded with salt and they add pork to the beans and peas. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It tastes good. Some of it tastes good. Some of it be like, I'm good on that. But I'm a Caribbean boy. I tend to like beans. you know, but yeah, man. Yeah, the nutritional value is always questionable. She might as well have, channeled her Indian side, taken her shoes off, and stomped them boys out with her feet in the tub. Because washing them in the tub didn't make sense to begin with. you know? Cortez Smith says, I bet Rachel can make some greens. Yeah, I bet she can too, man. Yeah. That I wouldn't be surprised of, and would actually mean it. She would actually mean it. Yeah. Cortez Smith says, I'm more of a spinach guy. Black people down here thinks it's strange. Why would they think it's strange, man? I've seen FBAs eat spinach. I've seen them cook spinach. Not white people, man. They eat raw spinach. You know, they put spinach on sandwiches and all this stuff. They are the people I've never seen cook spinach. I've seen white people cook collard greens. Seen white people cook collard greens, especially in the South. They- Greens ain't soul food to them. They eat greens, especially like Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana, Alabama, white people make greens. So they make collard greens. They sell collard greens in Popeyes and KFC and Publix, and I've seen white people buy them and eat them and stuff like that. So yeah, white people put spinach in smoothies too. Right, right. What a way to ruin a good fruit smoothie by putting spinach in that. That's shit white people do, man. You know. Hey, listen, if there are any white people out here, sorry, but it's gonna be your turn. We talked about the Indians washing food with their feet. We're gonna talk about y'all putting spinach in every damn thing. Hey, it's jokes. We talked about the black people and how their soul food has no nutritional value. You know, chitlins and hog maws and stuff like that. We talked about the FBAs. You know, so yeah, man. Yeah, man. But yeah. Well, so getting back to this southern accent, man. It's like raisins and potato salad. Hey, so funny joke. Um, I used to be in this light unit when I was in the military. Light meaning we were, we didn't have vehicles past Humvees and stuff. We were field units, and most everywhere we went, we marched. If a bus didn't take us out to the training site, we was marching. We marched everywhere. We rucked everywhere, and you know, them units tend to be heavy with white boys, white guys. You know, a lot of white soldiers. The MOS I was in, I was a combat engineer. White guys like blowing up stuff. That's what they do. They tend to be in infantry a lot because they like shooting stuff, killing people, and they like blowing shit up. And so we were about to have a company picnic. We would have an annual company picnic after our uh, our annual training, and you know, I was new team leader, new squad leader at the time, and I had to get a I had to get a record of basically who in my squad was bringing what for this picnic. It was like a family day. So I had like three guys, three easy white guys. They all wanted to bring potato salad, and so I was like, listen, all right, check this out, white guys. Listen, only one, maybe two, you can bring potato salad. The rest of y'all got to figure out something else. And no damn raisins in the damn potato salad. Man, them dudes looked at me like I cussed at them or something, man. You know, they looked at me like I had cussed at them. But raisins and walnuts and potato salads, that's what they do, man. Listen, Caribbean people, man, like in Belize, they put peas, green peas, in potato salad. So I can't even really knock white people like that, man. I have family members in Belize that put green peas in potato salad. you know, yeah, yeah. You know, the FBA side of my family, they don't do that. And I never told them that I've eaten potato salad with peas in it. I don't tell them. Never told them that. I was like, hey, I'm gonna keep that to myself, man. I'm gonna keep that on my Central American side, man. Keep that on that side of the family, man. But yeah, get back to Kamala. I'm trying to figure out where she got this southern accent from. If she would speak with an accent like she was from DC, if she spoke with that vernacular, I could understand it. If she talked like a Cali girl, I get it. If she talked like a Canadian, okay, I get it. You got some history there. This bitch ain't been nowhere in the South. She ain't lived in nowhere in the South for any period of time. And she's talking, she's giving speeches with a Southern accent. You know how embarrassing that is? This woman, I keep telling y'all, you FBAs, this woman is playing in your face. Y'all gonna go vote for her. That was as cringe as her doing the Wakanda symbol. Really? Wakanda? She might as well thrown up the diamond, the 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 what's his name Diamond. What was that? I keep wanting to say diplomats, but it wasn't the diplomats. It was Jay-Z's company, the Rock Nation. She might as well throw nothing Diamond, man. That would have made more sense, man, than the Wakanda. She threw up the Wakanda. I was like, bitch, if you don't stop playing, oh my god. But this is, I mean, she's literally throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks. Meanwhile, Trump just do Trump. He just do Trump. Yeah, we're gonna do this over here, and it's going to be awesome because you know we do things in an awesome way. So it's going to be very good, and it's going to be some great people there because that's how we plan. That's Trump. Trump is Trump 110% of the time. When Trump, when they attempted to assassinate Trump, and he threw his fist up and said, "Fight, fight, fight," that was it was authentic and sincere because that's the kind of dude he is. I don't know if y'all seen the interview he did with Sammy the Bull. There was an interview done with Sammy the Bull Gravano, the mafia dude that turned informant, and he talked about how they tried to squeeze Trump and how Trump wasn't going. Trump is that dude. And I know, we may have some of you guys may not be Trump fans, and that's cool. I mean, you do what you do. Go ahead and vote for the collard greens in the tub washer, or something like that. Go do what you do, but you can't say that the man is phony. Everything this man says, you can't say he got it from somebody else. If anything, people get stuff from Trump. He that kind of dude. He's him all the time. Take it or leave it. Love it or hate it. Trump is Trump. That's why I'm rocking with Trump, man. The dude is authentic. He is himself all the time. When he told that Taliban leader that if he don't stop doing what he was gonna do and he was gonna blow him and he's gonna blow his whole family up and slid the picture of the dude's house to him, that's authentic. That's something if you heard it today, it's in line with what Trump does. Trump is that dude. That's why these world leaders didn't play around with this guy. They didn't play in this guy's face because they knew it wasn't going to turn out well. They knew whatever was going to happen, it was not going to turn out good for them because he's authentic, man. Meanwhile, my last thumbnail was that I did before this show, the thumbnail from the last show, I had to show Kamala Harris as the Riddler. That was great work too. Hey, check that thumbnail out. That was great work. I showed her as the Riddler. You don't know what she's talking about. And apparently she's the master of disguise. 1 minute she an Indian, next minute she a Jamaican, next minute she a black girl from the South. You know, come on, man. This is the hot sauce hustle. See, the Indians got plenty of hot food, hot stuff that they prepare their food with. You know, you don't need to. You don't need to play a Southern ma'am. You really don't. Straight from the Clinton playbook. Straight from the Clinton playbook. That was some Hillary. When I saw that and I thought about it, I was like, that's Hillary. Hillary was born in Park Ridge, Illinois. She went to school on the East Coast. She lived in Arkansas a little while, but she spent most of her time in places that weren't the South. She did a Southern accent. At least you can say, well, she was in Arkansas for a little while. Okay, I'll give you that. But Kamala Harris is not. We don't have any record of her being in the South, other than for short periods of time, like to do rallies. She's phony, man. She's phony. She's phony. And this is what the left, this is what they're trying to get black Americans to vote for. You FBAs, because there ain't enough Caribbean people and Afro Latinos and Africans to sway the vote. The vote for her is going to rest at the feet of you FBAs. If she gets in, you can't blame it on the tethers. You can't blame it on the Africans. You can't blame it on the ashy feet. You can't blame it on the Mino blacks. You can't blame it on on the banana boats. That is FBA, you pickle pig feet eaters. If she get in, if she wins presidency, the election, whatever happens after that, that's y'all fault. Cause y'all bought into the bullshit. With her washing collard greens in a tub. Listen, I live in Florida. I live in the South. Florida's the South. The part of Florida I live is considered to be the last part of down south. I've been here for a few years. Not only that, I got family here, and I've been coming to Florida since I was a young man. I don't speak with a southern accent. I was raised by a dude from Mississippi. I don't speak with a southern accent. He doesn't speak with a southern accent. Until he get around his family, then that southern accent come on. But he's got a reason. He's got a reason because he's sitting up, he's chilling with his family, and that Mississippi vernacular comes on. He talk like a dude from Jackson, Mississippi, and that's understandable. This woman don't have any record of being anywhere in the South, but she got a southern accent. When she talked to Southerners, if she did have Southern family members, because remember, her dad is from Jamaica. He's an Indian and Irish Jamaican. She does. Her mother is Indian. Her mother is South Indian. That's the only South she got. She's connected to. If she had relatives in the South and she grew up around them, I would give her a pass. I would say, okay, all right, she's channeling, that part of her life. Okay. All right, cool. She don't got that. She does not have that. She does not have that. She don't have anybody. When I get around my cousins from Belize and Honduras, I speak Creole or I speak Spanish. When I get around my cousins from Puerto Rico, I speak Spanish. I talk to them in Puerto Rican English. There is a such thing, Puerto Rican English. I talk to them like that, but that's my family. She don't have that. She don't have that. So where does Southern accent come from? She didn't work in the South. She didn't grow up in the South. She don't have family in the South. Where she gets the Southern accent from? Cortez Smith says that's why they call her Chameleon Harris. Yeah, yeah. It fits. It fits. Like I said, it's straight out of the Clinton playbook. And it's sad, man. It's sad. I wonder what she gonna do next, man. If they do another one of them Wakanda commercials, them they not like us commercials. I wonder if she gonna start talking like them Africans in the Wakanda in the Black Panther movies. Man, if she does that, I'll fall out laughing. I'll fall out laughing. You know, this woman does not speak. I've never heard her speak um in patois. If she spoke in patois, I would understand it. She's got a Jamaican father. Her mother lived in Jamaica. I would get it. I would understand it. She's got Jamaican family. Cool. Since UFBAs think everybody from Jamaica is black, uh, if she did that, y'all can justify her as being black. If she didn't do that, she started talking to y'all like she was from Birmingham, Alabama. She's playing in y'all face, man. And she wild for that one, man. She wild for that one. What are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? I think most of the people here um tend to be like me, either Trump supporters or at least neutral. And they haven't made a decision on who they're gonna vote for, which is respectable. I get it, because you want to see what these candidates are offering. I get it. Me, I'm in the bag for Trump, because I like what Trump did politically. I like Trump um, as a personality, you know. And for those of y'all who feel like I do, I get it. I can relate. I cannot relate to what Kamala Harris is doing or anything about him. You know, it's wild, man. Democrats playing y'all face all the time, man. Y'all allowed for a chicken and biscuit dinner and the electric slide. Y'all go vote for somebody, and then singing like Al Green, singing Al Green songs. Y'all, you got my vote. Y'all sound just as goofy as them white people that voted for George W. Bush, saying that they want a guy that they could drink a beer with. So y'all wanted an alcoholic for a president, and that's what y'all got. An alcoholic and a cocaine freak. That's what y'all got for a president, and he pretty much ran stuff like that. You know what? Voting like that tends to get us as U.S. citizens in trouble. I want somebody I can relate to. You know what? I want a president that's better than me. Donald Trump is better than me. This dude, they talk about how many times he filed for bankruptcy. He got money from his dad. I wish my dad left me millions of dollars. My dad ain't gonna leave me shit. Love my dad. My dad don't got it like that. He ain't gonna leave me shit. And I wish I had the financial uh savvy to uh file bankruptcy numerous times and still be a billionaire. I wish I had that. Trump is better than me. Trump got a mugshot and made millions of dollars behind that mugshot. He is better than me. If I got a mugshot, man, Cortez Smith said that is low IQ voting. Facts. I call it idiocratic voting. Yes, that's exactly what it is, man. I look, I got no pushback against that, bro. That's exactly what it is. Listen, I want people that are better than me. I want somebody who knows the tax code well enough or has the means to hire people that know the tax code well enough to where this dude is paying less than me in taxes. That guy's better than me. I ain't mad at him. If I can do it, I would. Trump does all of the stuff I wish I could do and get away with. Kamala Harris, I I don't want to do none of that stuff she does to get to the top. You know? This is the 304 vote. It's a 304 vote. It's a chicken and biscuit vote. It's the it's the my mama said vote for this person vote. It is all the negative stuff I can think of. That a vote for Kamala Harris is for all the negative things I can think of. You know, she had one job. She had one specific job she was assigned, and that was to deal with the border, manage that border, and that border is terrible. I ought to go walk across that. Boy, I got plenty of family in like I said, Belize and Honduras. I ought to go walk across that border and come back. see, see how I can finesse the system. If they're Venezuelans and Guatemalans and Hondurans and stuff, I ought to go do that, man. I'll fly my Honduran flag. I'll fly my Belizean flag, man. Hey, you know, me no speak English. No habla inglés. Oh, man, I talk to him in Spanish, Guyanagu, and fool him that I just got here. I fool him. They run my prince. Said, "Oh no, you one of ours. You one of ours." As soon as they run my prince, I'll mess around, and get locked up. Would get locked up for fraud. That's what they would do with my black ass. They would lock my ass up for fraud. But man, no. As it gets closer to this election, I'm going to go hard on this woman for everything she says, man. Everything she says and does, because it it's endless material, man. It's endless material. We are watching a dumpster fire. We're watching a dumpster fire from start to finish. And unfortunately, people like a good calamity. And I think that's what's going to be behind the voting for. But what cracks me up, too, is another notion. Y'all really think white American women are going to let Kamala or Tamika or Keisha beat them to the U.S. presidency? You think that's really going to happen? White women in large are really going to go with that? Especially after Hillary Clinton didn't get it. Their whole reason for starting feminism was to be equal to white men. They not finna go out and vote for this woman in mass because they want to do it first. Do y'all see that? Think about it. Karen ain't gonna let that happen. Karen ain't gonna let that happen. You may have a fuse and twos, but they're not going to let that happen. Trust me when I say that. They're gonna quietly go vote for Trump, whether they like him or not, because they're gonna look at it. There's gonna be those out there that are gonna be like, we're not gonna let a black woman beat us to what we feel we should have first. Straight up and down. That's real talk, man. They're not gonna let that happen. And a lot of these are women, they don't care about abortions like that. And white women, Cortez Smith says, and white women are largest voting group. Facts. You want to get something done, you got to go through politically. You go to white women. You want to get something done. You want to get something passed. You go to white women. She talking all this black girl magic stuff. That ain't gonna fly with most white women. You know, straight up and down. Straight up and down. They most white women ain't going for it. And don't let them have some political savvy about them. They definitely ain't voting for it. They'll be like, no. I heard about Mary got hit over the head by a Venezuelan for a purse. No. No, we're not voting for her. They're not gonna do it. What's in it for them? They already got trouble getting Bobby to move out of the house because he can't find a steady job because of this because of Bidenomics. You think they want to deal with Kamalanomics? You think they want to deal with Kamalanomics? No. No, they don't want that. There's too many reasons they are not going to vote for her. Too many big logical reasons they're not going to vote for her. I don't see it. I don't see it at all, man. I don't see it at all. They're not going to vote for her in mass. They're going to vote for the coochie grabber. They're going to vote for Don, the coochie grabber Trump. And then they probably complain about him for 4 years, but they're not going to waste that vote on Kamala Harris. Nope. They're going to quietly go in that voting booth. They may, they'll tolerate the Kamala Harris conversations, but they're going to go in that voting booth and quietly vote for Donald, grab him by the coochie Trump. You know, it is what it is. They understand guys like Trump. Believe it or not, they feel safe with guys like Trump because Trump, they know guys like Trump. They know what to expect from guys like Trump. They may not like him, but they know what to expect and they respect. They have a certain level of respect. They have their issues with, his talking about, how how gorgeous his daughter is to them and stuff like that. But if you know anything about white guys, they talk like that. They talk like that. That's not anything. They may not like it, but it's not unusual to them. That's how a lot of white guys talk. And I know I've been around a lot of white guys, and they talk like that, man. Yeah, they do. It's cringe, but they talk like that. And white women understand that because they raise white men. They marry white men. They came from white men. They understand that. They'll go with the devil they know than rather than go with the devil they don't know. Cortez Smith says, I remember when Trump got in office, black women were crying about Becky leaving them. LOL. They thought Becky was going to vote for a woman. Right. Right. They act like that ain't gonna happen all over. They act like it's not gonna be worse with Kamala Harris. They really trying to court this white woman vote like it's gonna mean something. It's not gonna mean anything for them. White women are the ultimate survivors. They ain't going. White women ain't going like that. Trust me. If they didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, what makes you think they're gonna vote for Kamala? Especially with given her background and how she rose to prominence, they don't like her anyway. That whole Willie Brown mess and stuff like that. And Willie Brown and Montel Williams weren't the only ones. Trust me on that. And as we get closer to the election, you're going to hear more stories about, shady stuff she's done. You're going to hear more stuff about that. White dudes ain't going to vote for it in mass. You know, they're not going to vote for it. They rolling with Trump because, like white women, they understand Trump. Most of them want to be Trump and think that someday there's a possibility that they will become Trump. They're not going to vote for him. Black dudes for sense know, hey, she ain't for us. If she's talking about that they ain't like us, no, they gonna say no, she ain't for us. They're gonna treat her butt like Stacey Abrams. Remember how tight jaw Stacey Abrams was when she lost them 2 elections, especially after that last one. Man, that big old jaw was tight. That's the tightest that jaw had ever been. She was mad. She was boy. She was heavy on the NAS. And if you've seen my content before, you know the ninjas ain't shizzle. She was not happy with the Negro delegation. the male part of it in Georgia. Black guys with sense, they ain't gonna vote for it. There's nothing in them for it. There's nothing in a vote for Kamala Harris for black American men. Be it FBA, be it um banana boat, be it Mino black, be it the Matumbos. There's nothing in it for them. Cortez Smith said she was big mad. He must be talking about Stacey Abrams. Yeah, man, she was angry. She was angry and hurt. It was like you didn't offer him nothing. As soon as you were asked directly, what are you going to do about the problems that black men are having? She started talking about immigrants. What? She started talking about immigrants. And Kamala Harris has already said she's not going to do anything specifically for black people. That's all. Once she said that, you already know what her stance was. And she hasn't backed off of that. That's the thing. It would be different if she backed off of it. Trump is the only presidential candidate in my lifetime that has said something that has spoken directly to black Americans. The only one. The only one that is directly courted the black vote and offered something in exchange for their vote. He's the only one. I said this on the last stream, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably say it 20 more times between now and November. He's the only one in my lifetime. He's probably the only one in history that was a president. There was a president or a presidential candidate that was not black American. He's the only one to address the black population in America. Trump killed me when he went to that he went to that sit down with that Black American press group, and they tried to jump on him about asking if Kamala Harris is black. What did he do that was wrong? She was East Indian when she became senator. All the interviews up until this year, she's been pretty much East Indian. I mean, she's pretty much been South Indian. How was he wrong? He brought up the obvious. She wasn't black until she started running for president. And then she ain't even the black that's attributed to her. She ain't Jamaican. She ain't Jamaican black. Even though Jamaica has people of all races there. Been to Jamaica several times, you know. Told y'all about the Irish Jamaican dude that be speaking patois. You know, Ann Chin is Chinese Jamaican. You know, there's a whole lot of Indian Jamaicans. I've seen a bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of Chinese Jamaicans. You know, she didn't. You know, she doesn't come across as someone with African Jamaican ancestry. She doesn't. What you would call a black Jamaican. You know, she doesn't. She's never done anything to tap into that or connected herself to that. You know. Cortez Smith says, "I want to find that clip of her saying she's not black so bad. It's buried because of so many random videos about her." Yeah, yeah. It's out there, you know, and we talked about this last stream. And you mentioned this the last stream, Cortez, how they screw up the internet of certain stuff about her. You know, think about the internet. The internet is forever. Somebody got that video somewhere. Somebody got that. If the video has been on the internet one time, somebody got that video somewhere. That video is somewhere. They can't hide it 100%. You know. So yeah, man. Yeah, I FBA Black Americans. When y'all gonna stop allowing this woman to play in y'all face, man? When y'all gonna stop letting her play games and insulting your own intelligence? Y'all talk about how an intelligent and innovative, yeah, all these attributes, all these great attributes, you all claim for yourselves. Which, hey, I'm not mad. I agree with a lot of it. Um, how can you all say that stuff and then let this woman treat you all like you're stupid? What's the deal? What's the deal? You wouldn't let me get away with it. Not only has she done all of that, she chose a male, old white male running mate, and she married an old white male. He claims to be, of the small hat variety, um, which I don't know about. I don't know about that, but I do know that name Imhoff is not Jewish. It's German all day. It's German, and I mean there are German, German small hats. Well, a close friend of mine is one of those people, but you can look at this person and tell immediately, okay, you got a German last name, but you are clearly Middle Eastern. You can look and tell immediately. You know, this dude, not so much. You know, she surrounded herself, FBA black men. She surrounded herself with white guys. Now y'all clown Byron Donalds and Tim Scott for having white spouses, but you all are gonna let your mothers and aunts talk you into voting for a candidate that didn't choose a spouse that looked like you. She ruined the marriage of a man that looked like you. She compromised his marriage, but she wouldn't take on one as a spouse. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. She didn't choose guys like you that look like you to work in a capacity, any professional and prominent capacity around her. And when she was attorney general in California, she locked up guys that look like you. What's in it for you? Straight up. You look at Trump and you look at her, what's up? Now, if you say, oh, I don't like neither one of them, okay, all right, that's fair. But Trump funded your schools. He let guys like you that look like you out of prison. He helped a lot of guys that look like you get money. And that's my thing with Trump. I have never met Trump personally, but coming from a boxing background, I was a pro-am, and I was one of the top pro-ams at one time, and I was able to spar with a lot of um, professional world champions, world champion boxers, and be around them, talk to them and stuff. All them dudes love Trump. From back in the day when I was active, all them dudes loved Trump because Trump was putting money in their pockets. He was helping them get money. He was throwing shows at his hotels and resorts. They was all getting money. He was extending opportunities for these guys to make money. What has Kamala Harris done to put money in the pockets, specifically of Black American men? What what has she done? She took money out in that they had to fight cases and pay, bail and stuff like that. What has she done to put money in your pockets? Due to her not managing that border, she made it that much harder for you to compete for low and mid skilled jobs because now you got to compete with Hispanic immigrants when this job market is already tough. It's been real tough for the last 4 years. You got to, the jobs you could get now, you get one Hispanic guy in. Next thing you know, it's going to be all Hispanic guys working in that spot. I've seen it too many times. I've seen it way too many times. All them little businesses that you could start up, like lawn care services and stuff like that. They coming in and doing that stuff. They're competing with you for those jobs, the little security jobs and stuff like that. They're gonna have them guys doing it. That was directly because of policy that Kamala Harris was involved with. What's in it for you? What's in it for you, FBA? What's in it for you? What's in it for you? Tell me. Cortez Smith says, imagine if it was a black man in her position who had a white wife. Oh my God. He would have to run as a Republican. And because they already have a Republican nominee, it's going to be no dice. If he was a Democrat and they saw that, he might as well be sitting at home like me on the porch. Straight up and down. In fact, name 3 black male Democrats that have non-black spouses that are Democrat politicians. Do me a favor and name that for me, FBAs. Y'all want to run around and talk all this tethered stuff and vote for Democrats and stuff against your own interests. Name me 3 prominent Democrat politicians that are black males that have white spouses or non-black spouses. We'll even stretch it out to non-black spouses of other races. Name me three. Name three. We ain't got all day. I'm gonna be getting off in a few minutes. You can't. Kamala Harris is divester prime. She is the divest the final boss. And y'all, some of y'all gonna vote for her. FBAs. They really leaning on y'all hard to vote for. Man, this wind out here is getting ugly. You know, it's we got a tropical storm hanging out around here. Tropical storm Debbie is hanging out around here, man. This wind just kicked up. So I'll probably be cutting this off in a few more minutes, man. But I'm asking these questions to my FBA brethren, you know, my FBA side and my tether side. We're asking the question: what's in it for you voting for Kamala Harris? You gonna have abortions? Are you voting for abortions? You can't have abortions. You don't have a right to it. Oh, I take that back. Because apparently men can give birth now. So I guess so. Y'all both voting for abortions. That's all she's running on. She hasn't said anything about creating more jobs and opportunities or creating the economic conditions to create more jobs and opportunities for you. She's not talking about dealing with anything that'll put money in your pocket or that will make things fair for you in criminal and family court. She's not talking about that. What's in it for you? A lot of y'all work union jobs. She hasn't said anything about strengthening the unions. What's her policy? FBA men who are here, what's her policies? And how are those policies going to help you? She hasn't talked about the tax code. She already said, she already told y'all pretty much reparations are out of the question. What has she said that is specifically going to help you, FBA man? Inform me because I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything from her. But you're going to vote for her because she a black woman. Really? What kind of black woman is she? Why is her being black more important than her talking about policies to help blacks? Why is her being claimed as black being more important? Why is that more important to you than her talking about policy that would help you? Why? Why is that more important? Because that's the only thing y'all really voting for. You intend to vote for her simply because she a black woman. But my mama could be y'all haven't even put up an FB. She couldn't even go and get an FBA woman as her running mate. Think about it. She don't trust y'all. You all are useful idiots in her mind. In her mind, you are useful idiots. First thing she did was went and got a liberal white man. Really? That's who she went and got. Y'all can't blame this on the tethers. Can't blame it on the tethers. Can't blame it on the. Can't blame it on the Africans. Can't blame it on the banana boats. Can't blame it on the Afro Latinos. This is on y'all. If she get in, it's on y'all. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Nobody said anything um to disagree with what I'm saying, so I must be right. There's few of y'all in here in the clouds. Y'all ain't said nothing. I hope I put something on your mind because it's definitely something to think about. You should be voting selfishly. I told y'all how I benefited when Donald Trump was in office. I had several benefits of Donald Trump being president. I would like to have those things come back. I think Donald Trump did great things for me. He did things that turned out to be better for me than um than the previous administration. And he's going to do some things like strengthen whistleblower laws, which I think are sorely overdue. And that affects black guys that go to work in these places and go, hey man, that race, that race. Well, if you go tell the government about it, that you're a whistleblower. You need to be protected. How is Obama Light gonna help you? That's all Kamala is. She's Obama Light. She is an Obama puppet, and not a good one at that. She get in. I don't see you getting anything. Nothing. On that note, man, I'm going to shut this down, man. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate MJ and Cortez Smith babbling back in the chat with me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that was watching in the clouds, even though y'all couldn't hit that like button. That's some bitch ass shit. Next time on my next live stream, because I'm going to be doing another one, probably tomorrow night. You guys need to hit that like button for me. Do me a favor, you can always hit it on your way out. This is Mr. Royce of Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comments section. I'll be back later. Y'all take it easy. Be safe out there. Peace.